Hello, hello, my beautiful sacred masculines and anybody else who finds their way to this channel. Welcome to this week's Sacred Sexuality Tarot and Oracle reading to support you on your journey. So wow, I am in Heraklion, Greece, which is in Crete, a little island off of Greece, and wow, it's just been quite an adventure, quite a pilgrimage. I came here to Greece to connect with the goddess energies and the god energies, sacred feminine, sacred masculine energies, and it has not been disappointing at all. I've just been having some huge awakenings, insights, realizations, and it feels like a real kind of heart expansion opening as some old stuff is clearing away. And that's the beauty of going on pilgrimage. We set intention to, for me, it's always about clearing out what's getting in the way of my knowing a real true deep love for self-love, love of the divine, love for the other, being able to show up more fully to union and to sacred sexuality. How can I open myself further and really open into a deeper connection with everything? We talk about relationships and being in relationship with everything. So how do I release what's getting in the way of my deep connection and connecting from a heart-based place, not from a place of fear, insecurity, and lack? I mean, that's what it's all about, right? That's what everything I offer is about. My one-on-one sessions, the upcoming program, the pilgrimage to India. It's all surrounding like clearing out, letting go of what's getting in the way of our having that deep connection and that deep sacred union, and really opening up our sensual energy and sexual energies so that it can, that life force energy, so we can connect more deeply with our passion and our purpose, with our true authentic selves. What is our unique, individual, gorgeous, beautiful light? How do we shine it brightly? So much since day one has been about tamping down our energies, confining and restricting us to fit into the little box that is deemed suitable and acceptable by society, by family, by jobs and careers, by government, by whatever. And that's just not been very fun for any of us, really. We're all kind of roaming around, just feeling like kind of empty and disconnected, and and I don't mean to say that everything is miserable and such, but in general, we're not like living to our fullest potential. We're not aligned with our with the truth of our light and our essence. We're not living a life of passion and purpose. Our hearts aren't like lit up, and we're not living from that place of love. We're doing what we feel we need to do to get by, to make money, to save up enough for retirement, to it's all about concern and worry and fear about the future, fear about the past, what did or didn't happen, what's going to happen. That tends to be how we go about our lives, and how we organize ourselves to safeguard against something that could happen in the future. It's really trying to create something that will keep us safe in the future, whether that be retirement, saving up enough for later. But it's always about later. It's always about something later, or something that happened in the past or didn't happen in the past. It's not about living in this moment, connecting deeply to this moment from a heart-based place, from a whole, fulfilled, nourished, passionate, heart-based place, really living our lives and doing what lights us up and what brings us joy. The joy comes later. As soon as we do this, and this, then we'll start living our lives. Then we'll start enjoying our lives. Fuck that. Fuck that. I want to live it now while I'm young and my body's working beautifully, and I'm just really, I don't want to wait. I don't want to do it later. I don't want to live for that other time. I want it all right now. I want to enjoy my sensual energy now. I want to enjoy connection now. I want to do world travel right now. I want to be in my heart right now. I want to, now. I live too much of my life like stuck in the past about shit that happened. I was put up for adoption or, from my family, blah, blah, blah. I spent a lot of my time and energy in that. And if that hadn't happened, blah, 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 or just being angry and pissed off, like, thank goodness for the spiritual path when I started to, and learning energy healing and energy work, when I started to really start clearing that shit out and clearing out that victim mentality, clearing out the anger and the frustration and the rage, clearing out the sorrow and the grief and the angst and the blaming and the lack mentality. That was a big one for me. So yay for energy work, because we are made of energy. All of that stuff is energy that's in our system, our thought patterns, our mind, mental, the spinning, the belief systems. It's all energy that we've taken on and that we've cultivated throughout our lives. A lot of it we inherited, but then we cultivate it through our own actions and the way we live our lives and the relationships we get involved with. So excuse me. Where was I going with that? I want to live now. I want to live now. So that's, to me, what the spiritual path is so much about, and what sacred sexuality is really about. It's coming down into the now, connecting from this present moment, connecting to our hearts, connecting from our hearts with the other, with ourselves internally first and foremost, with source and the divine, which is within us, and then connecting with the other externally from that place of wholeness and fulfillment and nourishment and love. Love. That's really ultimately what this path is all about. It's learning to love ourselves and just knowing that we are amazing and beautiful and perfect and gorgeous, just exactly how we showed up. We unlearned a lot of that. Again, we learned to tamp ourselves down and to turn ourselves off and to conform ourselves to fit into what we were told we were supposed to be and what was acceptable and what was going to be valued and cherished and what got those accolades and it's that achieving, reaching those goals. And not that goals, there's nothing wrong with goals, but goals maybe that weren't ours, goals that we were told we were supposed to have, get married early, have the kids, have the house, go to school, do all those things, get that career, get that gold watch. Those are the goals we took on because we were told those are the ones we were supposed to have. And then it turns out like, this actually didn't really fulfill me. I got all those things and I'm still like not really feeling it. I'm not fulfilled. I'm not nourished. I'm not in my passion. I'm not in my purpose. I'm not feeling lit up. I'm not excited about getting out of bed and doing the day. That kind of tends to be the general. It's just like, and I am, of course, generalizing. This is not everybody's experience. I would say it's not my experience anymore. I'm pretty freaking thrilled about life, and every day is just an amazing adventure. And that's because I've done all the work. I've done a lot of the spiritual growth and the work and gone on my path to clear a lot of that out and to step strong into my passion and my purpose and who I am here to be. I spent a lot of time trying to, put myself in a little box when I never really could. I've always been going against the grain. That's just how I've lived my life. And it's come with a lot of consequences and repercussions. I won't lie about that. But in the earlier days, I didn't really know how to do it in a constructive way, in a way that was, healthy. I just kind of exploded all over the place. And it wasn't very pretty. I'll say that. I'm a lot more graceful about how I live my life now. I've learned a lot, I've learned a lot. And so that's kind of funny. But as you no doubt have noticed, I still don't follow or conform to the norms. I live in a shuttle bus traveling the country. The career I've chosen and the way I've chosen to live my life is absolutely not in alignment with the norm. But that's where my passion is, and I'm going to follow that regardless. And I will find ways to follow that within, not again, like when I was younger, it did kind of come out sideways. Now I can do a lot to be in my passion and my purpose within this realm. I still live in the world, and I'm not, just gonna throw it all out into the wind. But so we learn, we learn what works for us. But yeah, basically to say that I have found a lot that does work for me and really does allow me to be in my passion and my purpose. And this is what I pray for all of us, that we're able to connect with our truth and what lights us up and what makes our hearts sing, and really live in alignment with that. I believe that each of us come with this very special and unique gift to share with the world, and something that truly speaks to us and lights us up. And many of us are completely disconnected from that, again, because we've done so much to move in this direction we've been told to move in, which is far away from our truth most often. We weren't cultivated when we were younger to shine that light bright, to discover what that light is. We were, again, go this direction. This is what is acceptable. This is what will fulfill you. And we haven't really seen it work for anybody, huh? Certainly not for many of our family members. It's interesting that the people that are telling me how to live and, like family and such, I don't see them like super happy in their passion and their purpose and just lit up from the inside and coming from a place of love. So I don't feel that their way has worked out very well for them. So I'm going to try this other way and see how that goes, because I don't think that's going very well. And it doesn't speak to me. So I think that's important when people are telling you, what to choose and what is best for you. Look at the source. Are they really happy and lit up and living from a place of passion and purpose? Are they inspiring to you? And if so, then yeah, sure, listen to their wisdom and guidance and see what, if they can support you. But if they're not, then, don't take that on. I think that's really important. We've just really taken at face value what we've been told, and really we don't see it working for a lot of people, and especially in regards to sexuality, right? Our path of sacred sexuality, that we are pioneers here in that one for sure, because that has not been supported in any way in our society, and there's a lot to unravel and a lot to undo around our sexuality, and it's been so shunned and shamed, and our sensual and sexual energy has just been so perverted. And I know you've heard me talk about this plenty, but this is really this channel, and what I'm doing, what my passion and purpose is all about, is supporting us to come back into alignment and to with our sexual and sensual energy from that gorgeous, beautiful, heart-based place. It's it's our birthright. It's our life force energy. It's our vitality. It is what makes the world go round. We all come from the act of sexuality. I mean, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. And more amazing is that it's been so vilified and demonized and shunned and shamed and perverted. This gorgeous act that brings us into the world has been so vilified and just so, it's so strange, and I don't know, it's very interesting, but that's okay. That's what it is. That's what it was. And now we can choose a different way. We can choose to come back into our sensual energy and reclaim it for ourselves, and just decide how we want it to be for ourselves without listening to another. We've outsourced our power way too much to others, again, telling us how it's supposed to be. And a lot of this is belief systems we've picked up because we've grown up in this society. Even if we didn't grow up in a hyper Christian or religious family, the general belief systems of this society do not support a healthy, open, sensual sexual expression. It's really, I could go on for quite a while about that one. So I'll just kind of leave it at that. But I'm really excited about helping us to return back to a pure, open, loving sexual energy. And loving, when I say loving, I don't mean that we have to be in love with another person to enjoy a sexual connection with them and share sensual energy with them. What I mean is that we're coming from a place of loving ourselves, loving our sexual energy, and sharing from that place, versus sharing from a place of neediness and lack and fear, and I need you to fill the void, and I need something from you to fill this angst. That's what I mean by coming from a loving place. Yeah, it's not, we don't have to be in love. That's something we've been told also. Like, you have to be married. It's going to be that one partner for the rest of your life, and you can't have sex until you're married. That's not very realistic, really, and I don't think that's worked out for pretty much, I won't say anybody, but obviously, well, not obviously, it likely has maybe worked out for some people, right? Possibly, who knows? I don't know. I haven't met any of those people, but miracles do happen, so maybe that's worked out well for some people. I pray that it has. I totally do, but I did a breathwork session earlier, so my energy is a little like woo. So if I'm kind of all over the place, like that could be it. So I'm traveling. When we travel, our energy can be just a little bit more kind of heightened, and because we're not as grounded in our normal place. So, yeah. So I apologize. I feel myself a little scattered. It's just been an amazing pilgrimage. I'll just say that. Like I said, I started off saying that I've had a lot of awakenings and openings and expansions here, and that continues. And this is why I'm so passionate about pilgrimage, and why I've created a pilgrimage for us to go to India around connecting with the gods and goddesses over there, that sacred feminine, sacred masculine energy there. It's a very powerful place, and really opening into our sacred sexuality, into our sensuality. It's a very sensual place. And when I say sensual, I mean all of our senses, the sights and sounds and smells over there are just like magical and vivid and bright and all over the place. It's all of the different experiences, because it's not all beautiful. There's a lot of like kind of in your face things as well that will really, there's a real it's transformational energy, because it kind of blows your mind out, because it's so different than what you're used to. So it is a shocking kind of Uranian, like, wow, your mind doesn't know how to categorize a lot of the things that you might be seeing and experiencing, because they're so different from our way in America. And this is part of why this is a beautiful place to go on pilgrimage, because it really does kind of blow out everything, and you have to like shift the way that you normally think and look and view the world. So it helps to kind of annihilate some of the foundation and what we think is normal, and really helps you to open up to new ways of experiencing the world. And so that's part of the sensuality. Sensuality isn't all about just, like, ooh, sensual, like that. It's like the senses, and they can be just blown open too, by extreme experiences. And some of this is some extreme experiences. So that's the part of the power of the place. You will be transformed. It's just a very transformational energy, not to mention the powerful spiritual energy that's there. I mean, there's a reason people make pilgrimage here and versus Alabama. There's just something about the energy there. Like, it's a giant vortex, it feels like, or many vortexes. There's something going on there that lends itself to spiritual awakening and awarenesses that just don't happen here in America. And that there's many possible reasons for that, but the reasons don't really matter. It's the experience, right? That's being too logical and too analytical and too in the mind. It's about the experience, experiencing the energy and seeing what it opens up for you. So, yeah, something magical happens when we go on pilgrimage with the intention of whatever that intention might be for you. But for me, it's always, again, like a coming around full circle, opening into deeper connection. That's what we started talking about. So this pilgrimage is about opening into deeper connection with the sacred masculine and sacred feminine energies within, and finding a greater harmony, union, and balance, and clearing out that which no longer serves, the unhealthy, wounded, toxic masculine, wounded feminine energies that are getting in the way of us connecting from that beautiful heart-based place, from a place of wholeness and oneness and unity and balance within. So that's the gist of that pilgrimage. And yeah, I'm just so thrilled to be offering that, and to be connecting with you in that environment, in that way. It's going to be gorgeous and stunning and really opening up. So I'm excited. But let us go to the cards to see what they have to say about deepening connection, because that's, again, what this is all about for me. Supporting that deepening of connection for you, for myself, for all of us. All of us, we deeply long to know that love and acceptance, and to feel cherished, and to feel seen, to be seen, yeah. I don't have my sage with me, so I'm going to use the fork to cleanse our energy and set intention. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Clearing the space, just opening up to connection, to wisdom, to love coming through. Supporting us in our sacred sexuality journey. The journey towards wholeness and pleasure. So much pleasure when we let go of the fear. Our bodies are capable of so much, and we've really shut them down, and they're just kind of numbed out in a lot of ways. So this path of sacred sexuality is one of opening up the body and opening up to greater pleasure, giving and receiving. Thank you, beautiful forks. Okay, I'm going to turn a little sideways here because I don't have a table right in front of me. So let's see what the cards have to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mother Earth, Father Sun, all the beautiful planets supporting us so beautifully, archangels, spirit guides, and helpers. Any of the gorgeous beings and energies and frequencies that are supporting us on our path. So grateful for your help and support. Open to receive wisdom to support us on our journey, and really support our coming into deeper connection with our own hearts and our own truths, that we may share those with others and come into that sacred union that we long for, knowing that we are not separate. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Okay, these are some interesting cards here. Take one more. Whoop, there it is. Okay. All right, regarding connection and the deepening of connection. first off, here we have the Hermit, which to me is just all about that spiritual journey, that inner journey that we've been on, that we've been going on, that has gleaned wisdom. We've been doing the work, we've been internal. What comes through for you? What is the wisdom that we want to carry forward as we move into a deeper connection? We move into, this is the pilgrimage. He's been on pilgrimage, like eternal pilgrimage. And what is the wisdom gleaned from this? What is the wisdom that helps that deeper connection? You know, he's got the light there. He's really bringing the wisdom there. And for me, what's coming through, this is a solo act. He is on this pilgrimage by himself. So it's really about doing that inner work, coming into stillness, going on your journey of sacred sexuality, going on that pilgrimage, enrolling in that program, connecting with people that are supporting you on your journey, the wisdom, the practices. You know, he's been doing all of that to have that deeper connection, which is what this is about, is doing the inner work and clearing out what's getting in the way. This is exactly what we've been talking about during this reading. So that's how we can come into a deeper connection in that sacred sexuality and that union, harmony, and balance with another. It's doing the inner work. It's doing the inner work. So I feel like this guy is inviting you into pilgrimage. You know, how can you step into that for yourself? And then here is the judgment card, the angel. It's that final day, you know, and we're all like, it's time to stand up, to step up. We're being supported beautifully by the universe, by our spirit guides and helpers. We're being called to action. It's time. That's beautiful, especially right after the Hermit, you know, that it's time for that pilgrimage. That's what this is saying to me. Awesome. It's time. And then we have the Queen of Wands here in reverse. And the Wands is all about our passion and our purpose, that spiritual growth and that transformation. She's a fierce energy, and she is just really, she's done all the work. She's navigated it, and she's in her power. She's in her strength. And when this is, she's done all the transformation, you know, she's just a powerhouse here. And when it's in reverse, I think of this as a real internal energies and frequencies. It's doing that internal work again, which is really what lights you up. What is your passion and purpose? And especially regarding connection, you know, connecting from a place of truth and from your passion and your purpose. A lot of us connect from that place of codependency and doing what we think the other person wants in order to be accepted, cherished, received, loved, you know. And this person is coming from, she is, again, she's in her passion, she's in her purpose. There's no excuses, there's no apologies, she's just owning it. And again, when it's in reverse, I feel like this is internal. Where are we so strong in ourselves internally, in our passion and in our purpose, that we connect from that place and we connect from that inner fire, and just like, yeah, what lights you up and how are you connecting from that place? And the pilgrimage gets you there, gets you into that confidence, gets you into that quiet, just like, yes, quiet knowing, and that inner fire. What is that inner fire for you that prompts you to pilgrimage? You know, what are you seeking, and what is it that you long for to connect with your passion and your purpose? What is that? And how is that journey going to take you there and help you connect more deeply so that you can connect from that place of, yeah, that inner fire that keeps coming through, inner fire, you know? When we're connecting with others from that kind of a dead, empty place, or again, from a place of feeling like trying to be what the other wants us to be, it's never going to get us that level of connection that we truly desire. It's just not. It's just not. So, and then here's the Page of Swords. The pages are fresh energy. The swords is the mind. He's got fresh ideas, fresh ways to move forward, and he's ready to go for it. This is, what are the fresh ideas coming through given what we've just talked about being on pilgrimage, about that inner fire? How do you move forward? What are the ideas that are coming to you right now as I'm talking about this? What is sparking you? What kind of clarity is coming through for you right now? And then that moves into the King of Pentacles. And again, this is also reversed. So the King of Pentacles, this is the final card in the suit of Pentacles, which is the earth, which is in a Sacred Sexuality. I think of this a lot around the body. So, and he's the king. This is the sacred masculine, strong in his body, really. And with this passion and purpose of the queen energy here, there's a beautiful sacred feminine, sacred masculine thing going on. But again, this is an upside down card. It's in reverse. So it's an internal energy. So I'm thinking of this really as just, again, that confidence in the body, really connected to the body, grounded into the body, and confident of being in this world, being in this 3D world, experiencing and expressing and connecting from another. When it's sacred sexuality in the body, the sacred masculine card of the earth element of the body, and this physical experience. So that's a beautiful connection there with as it relates to sacred sexuality. So really coming into the body, getting grounded in the body, all of these things, this pilgrimage, moving into the pilgrimage and the wisdom that comes through, the importance of having that wisdom and that inner knowing. Know thyself. Know thyself. That's what the hermit does. He's been doing the work and he knows himself and he's connecting from that place. Now he can come in from that beautiful solo pilgrimage that he's been on, and he brings all of his wisdom and he can connect from that place because the time is now. The time is now. Quit waiting. What were we talking about earlier? Past, present, future. Come into the present. The time is now. The judgment's here. Like, let's do this now. Quit waiting. And then really, really, really stepping into, again, it's in reverse, but that inner passion, that inner fire, like really letting it light you up and let it move you forward into healthy relationships. And that's relationships with everything, with your career, with your family, with the beloved, with source, with the divine, with the earth, with resources, with everything. Healthy relationship with your hobbies, with activities, with everything, with your emotions, healthy connections. Healthy relationship to emotions. And again, here's this Page of Wands, or Page of Swords, he's ready to move forward. He's got some ideas. He's got fresh things, fresh ideas, and he's ready to move. So this is just exciting energy. What are those fresh ideas? What are the ideas that you feel it ready, that are coming from that passion and that purpose, from that inner fire and from that wisdom? Where are the ideas and where is the mind wanting to go? And that brilliance, that illumination that's coming, where are you ready to put some ideas into action, And then again, as it moves into this King of Pentacles in reverse here, I just really feel this as a real connection to the body and moving forward in sacred sexuality from a healthy place and a strong, healthy connection with the body, and grounding that down into the body, grounding all of this wisdom and connection and these ideas into the body and coming from a healthy place there. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. We've got a lot of reversals. This is really interesting. So, which means it's a lot of inner stuff going on right now, which is perfect as we're in this eclipse gateway. there is a lot of internal energies, a lot of shifts happening, a lot of transformation, and that can be deep and inner, and it may be way beyond any sort of articulation. Some of it can be very unconscious. Things are shifting, we feel it, but we don't know how to articulate it. So that's a lot of this reversal energy, deep internal things going on. And again, that hermit, So here we have the 10 of Wands, and it was also in reverse. So this is the Wands is, again, it's that fire energy, it's that transformation, that spiritual growth, and this is the end of a journey. He's got all of the things that he's learned and gained. Cycles are complete, he's gone through all of it, and he's carrying all that he has gleaned. He has all of his bounty, his booty, he's got it all. But it's weighing him down. He's ready to set it down. He's ready to set it down and start a new journey. With the endings come beginnings. So he's ready to drop this load. It's like burdened, It's an interesting card because there's a lot that he's gained, but it's also kind of, you can tell he's like weighed down by it also, So where are we ready to transform what we've learned into fresh new energies and drop some of this stuff? There's a lot that comes along with this spiritual path and spiritual growth, and that's what the Wands to me is. It's that fire. So as he's carrying that, maybe it's time for some new belief systems even around your spirituality. There is a lot of wisdom gained, but sometimes it's time to let go. Like I think of this card as, right now it's coming through, we'll get to be doing a certain meditation or a certain spiritual practice, and it's important to have discipline and dedication and devotion to a practice, and to see where it takes us, and to see what the fruits are of that, which you can't really bear fruit or gain the fruits of a practice if you only do it once a week or every once in a while, or you need to be dedicated and disciplined about these practices to really see what they're going to unfold for you. But we can get attached to those as well. So I kind of right now am seeing that with this card. So maybe you've got a lot of wisdom and you've really, you rocked it out, you've got all this stuff, but now it's time to set it down. Like, let's maybe set that practice down and try some new things and open to some new avenues, maybe time for a fresh approach. That's what's coming through for me right now with this card. So I'm gonna leave that there and see if that speaks to you. So yeah, and maybe in regards to, this is always the umbrella, under the umbrella of sacred sexuality, and we're talking about a deeper connection. So maybe it's time for some fresh approaches and for some fresh inspirations around your sacred sexuality and around connection. So some new spiritual practices to open into, and maybe it's time for a new breathing practice or a new maybe some yoga. Talk about getting into the body with that King of Pentacles, like maybe some new yoga practices or some new exercises. So that's what's coming through there. Now let's go to the Oracle and see what she has for us, the Sacred Feminine. I'm going to look at this again one more time and see if anything else is coming through. Really interesting with these reversals. This King of Pentacles in reverse, where are you holding belief systems about your body that are getting in the way of your deeper connection with others in the sacred sexuality and opening into a healthier connection with your sexuality and your sensual energy? Yeah, where is it time to let go? We're all carrying some strange belief systems around our body, right? And especially the way the body has been again vilified and made to be dirty, especially around sexuality, and in this dogmatic religious system. And it's often something to be looked at as something to transcend, or especially in spiritual, in a lot of spiritual traditions, you want to get out of the body and go out into some astral experience or something, and it's not really about coming back into the body and connecting with our body and cherishing our body and loving our body and celebrating it and having fucking great time in these bodies, right? The pleasure has been really, again, shunned and shamed, and or it's taken way to the other extreme when it's just all about pleasure. I'm thinking of pornography, and we can get really wrapped in that, and that's not a healthy connection with our body and our sexuality either. That can be just a real disconnect and a real addiction there. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with pornography, but oftentimes it's used as a way to escape, and it's a way to check out, and it's a distraction, and it's oftentimes not based in the healthiest attitudes towards men and women. It's kind of a distorted view on healthy sexuality. So that's a big old can of worms we can get into. We'll save that for another time. But so that's what I'm seeing right here as I look over this again. All right, let's go to the Oracle and see what she's got to say here. Again, this is the beautiful Mythical Goddess Tarot, and I'm just really enjoying this as a lovely way to end with some final words from our sacred feminine energy. So let's see what the goddess has to say for us. Thank you, beautiful goddess. What do you have to say for supporting our deeper connection, coming into deeper connection with each other and with everything in our experience? Whew. All right. Card we have here is Earth Child Design. Interesting. Let's see what we have to say here. Child. Okay. Child of Earth. Design. The child of Earth sits under the shade of a mother oak tree. She holds an acorn seed that, like herself, carries the inherent design of the form to come. All possibilities lie within this child for the eventual creative birth of form and the spiritual rebirth of humankind. Pure potential, the template of perfection, dwells within her being. This earth child is a reminder of the perfect design that is within you. Weren't we talking about that earlier, that we're each here with this gorgeous, beautiful light to shine bright, and that light has really been tamped down by so many different factors. Again, no judgment. It's just whatever, for whatever reason, that's what we come into experience. And then, like the hermit, we go on that inner journey to find ourselves again, to reconnect with that acorn, who we came in here to be. That's the journey, and we got to enjoy the journey and cherish that and honor that. Who knows why, but we can't waste any energy poo-pooing it and blaming and shaming and getting angry about the journey. That's just what it is. That's what we signed up for too. I truly believe that. So let your emotions and thoughts hold the highest frequency of who you are, letting your very DNA shift to release old patterns. Again, this is why we go on pilgrimage, right? To clear out that stuff and then reconnect with our truth and open to a greater understanding of our passion, our purpose, our beautiful light, our sacred sexual energy, our humanity. Letting your very DNA shift to release old patterns and vibrate with your original blueprint of creation. See through the eyes of this beautiful child and know that all opportunities are present in each moment to create your life anew, in alignment with the inherent design of your divine essence. Wow, that's beautiful, and fits in. The cards always just fit in so beautifully. The oracle cards so beautifully with the reading. They just kind of put that little punctuation at the end there. It's really quite lovely. But that really is the pilgrimage, the journey back home, the journey within. Joseph Campbell talks about this, the hero's journey, and we come through that strife, we come through those hardships, that heartache. We move through. That's part of the human journey, and then we get to that point where we recognize, something's off here. I need to find a different way. And then starts our spiritual path. That's what Joseph Campbell says, we hear the call. We hear the call. That's the Judgment card. Do you hear the call? You're being called. You're being called to pilgrimage. How about that? To reconnect with that inner fire, that inner spark, that inner passion and purpose. Really beautiful. Yes, and really it's time. It's time to move forward. Move forward. Love it. And reconnect with the beautiful earth energies, the body, the humanity, what we are here for, this human experience. Cherish it, celebrate it, have fun in it. Let's rock this thing out. We came here to have beautiful experiences and to connect with each other. That's also what that King of Pentacles is saying to me. Let's really start rocking out our humanity in this 3D world, right? Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. Oh, that's so beautiful. So thanks for bearing with me as I was kind of a little scattered maybe, or my energy. I don't know that it was scattered, but it was just kind of like, woo, energy right now. So I absolutely adore connecting with you all and sharing with you and discussing all of this, our spiritual journey, being on pilgrimage, and sacred sexuality. Oh my gosh. Again, my passion and purpose is supporting us to connect more from that beautiful, fulfilled, nourished place. So when you're ready to deep dive into this further, please reach out. Check out my website. I offer a lot of different one-on-one sessions, sacred sexuality sessions. I have an upcoming program, the 12-week Empowering Sacred Masculine 12-week intensive program that really deep dives into all of this, clearing out. That's a pilgrimage right there for sure. It all is, but that's a real inner pilgrimage, and releasing so much of what is not serving you, and then stepping strong into your passion and purpose, really discovering what that is for you and opening into that. And I have so much more information on my website about that, so please check that out. The next cohort starts in June, and it's going to be a really powerful one. I'm really excited, especially after coming back from being on my own pilgrimage here in Greece and then Bali. So much is like coming through, and I'm really excited to bring that into the program and really share so much more about what I've learned and what's been opening up for me. It's going to be really supercharged after all of this, for sure. And then, of course, when you're ready for a really amazing pilgrimage, let's go to India. That's taking place in November. We'll be there for a few weeks, and we'll be really connecting with our sacred feminine, sacred masculine energies, with sacred sexuality and sensuality, and really, doing ritual and breath work and practice, and visiting sacred sites, and bathing in the Ganga, and doing sacred sexual ritual, and really eating a lot of amazing food, right? Indian food is heaven. And really connecting with each other, and having drum circles, and it's just going to be so rich and so gorgeous, and I just cannot wait for that. It's a very small, intimate group. We're really going to do some deep work together and really clear this out and open into those deeper connections, right? So that you can connect always, of course, first and foremost with yourself, at deep inner connection, clearing out what's getting in the way of you connecting fully with your light, with your passion, with your purpose. And then how do you bring that out into the world and have those gorgeous, sensual, passionate, inspiring, creative, loving, nourishing, fulfilling relationships with others, with your career, with the world, with the divine. It's all about that healthy way of relating and what lights you up. We're here to have an amazing time and have fun and spark it. So let's do that. So check out my website for so much more information about that, and very detailed itinerary and intentions and so much more. And there's a little video, and it's just lovely. So check that out. And yeah, reach out, get on my email list, and keep up to date with all that's going on here. And I look forward to connecting with you. Wishing you much love on your journey towards sacred sexuality. Bye all.